All right. I just got cut off because my memory was full, so I had to delete some stuff. And I don't know if I continue on the same road because my mind has changed, and I feel free to talk about what comes to my mind first rather than what I think you need to hear. And what comes to my mind first is my freedom of expression for being stifled or misunderstood for eons, and how tough it has been to pass through the uh, the mind programming. Of course, when you say that mind programming, people think, well, you're a zombie, and but let's look at it. Y'all running around the place doing nothing, polluting the place, shitting up the place, making rules and pointing your fingers at each other, separated by race, class, creed, everything that comes to you from the TV set, and then you're going to tell me that I'm not mind controlled. No, I am mad. Because you're not thinking like us. No, Troy. You gone crazy, man. You lost it. Well, I'm so confident. I'm saying you are all in the illusion. You best not mess with me again, because it's not about enlightenment. It's about alignment. Alignment is true. You came here on this planet in an inverted, paradoxical matrix of up is down and down is up and everything is opposite. Some of you who have figured it out that heaven is down there in Agartha, not up there in the sky. You have figured out from the illusion that it's just a holographic universe with all these Jupiter, Mars, and stuff in this thing. But it's on a time thing. It's all explained. It's all has to be relevant. Everything is real, yet nothing is really real, but our thoughts control everything. So what I just went through with thought mind control is really what this is all about. Every one of you, of me, this is what I did. I went into a quiet place and I said, what is it that I want? No, before you go into that space, don't tell me the Ferrari and the plane and the things that you saw because they came from the illusion. What feeling do you want to exist in? Close your eyes and have no images from the outer reality to know what you want. You're a conscious being of expression. And your true existence is conditioned by everything else that you have seen. So go into your pure state and know what you want or what you feel like you should have. Even if you had it in a temporary state for a moment or an hour or a day, whatever, and you go into that's the state I want to stay in. And then expand on it and put it back into your reality of who is there, how they look, what the settings are. But we have been given a paradise. And for some reason, we cut the trees down, and we built these ugly skyscraping monstrosities, and then polluted the air that you couldn't see 10 feet in front of you, and choked on it, and then regurgitated that you're all sane and you're going to vote red or blue. And who are you? No. So it seems like a sudden destruction's the only solution. Ain't no use, no one can stop them now. So, when you have checked out the real situation, the nation is fights against the other nation. You will start to understand where it began, and you will understand how it will end. And in the illusion, it must collapse. Because if you try to continue all, if you try to take a house of rats and fix it up, the rats are gonna, well, cockroaches or whatever, the eggs are still going to be there, and you can't clean up. So it's sometimes it's better to go boom and rebuild brand new, fresh again. Plus you have new concepts, new designs, new energy structurements, and new everything. 1 second. And the illusion is in our mind. So for the illusion to fail, fall, elude, go away in the third dimension reality of the physicality, it might just have to blow up. You'd have to be really powerful to close your eyes and say, okay, change, and reopen your eyes without a memory. Because it's all in you, it's all on memory. I'm going to another subject because something came up, it's years ago when I started this thing. When they sent the first man to space, they came back and they forgot everything, and it's like, what the hell is going on? And they realized that once they've gone outside of the magnetic field of Earth, their memory structure fails. And we are Memorex. If for those who are old enough will understand how a cassette works and how you wiped a cassette with a magnet and how the erase on the record worked from just injecting a erase magnet on the tape. So Memorex is us. We are memory from magnetism in ferrous oxide or chrome oxide or whatever. Who knows about tapes? So what they had to do with the astronauts is put magnets in their spacesuits, and then they could navigate and come back with a memory. So you've also heard about pole flips. It has to go to zero magnetic field for north and south or to flip. But it doesn't flip north and south. It kind of goes to a static state and then polarizes into its state. So at one time, Hawaii was the North Pole. One time South Africa was the South Pole. Things like that. So when you stop thinking about Earth being the a solid mass that is not changeable and whatever, but you start to think about the hologram and the consciousness of humanity. Once a human being knows that they have been fooled or tricked or in the illusion, they start to look for the way out. And this is how we take down the matrix, is by enough of us realizing that it's a complete hijacked reality, taken to each its own tail. So as we wake up, like the movie Inception, as soon as you realize it was a dream, the buildings flipped upside down and started to get crazy, and then other people in the movies start to attack you. And if you had unfinished business, like an ex-wife that you never resolved that committed suicide, this is the movie I'm talking about. She would come to kill you every time, especially if there was other women in there. All these things is like you can get the concept of consciousness from certain movies that were planted by star seeds for you to get it, because we are creation and we write the movies. The producers just produce them because they have no imagination. They need to go with the concept. Oh, good idea. Okay, we need $1 million, and it's done. So now movies are bad. They're probably created by the money master, bad people, and that's why you have to have so much kung fu in there and all that, because the consciousness needs to see action before it will buy into a concept. And it's just playing out. So the good news is it doesn't really destroy. It goes back to its original state. And that is a very difficult thing to express, because we've actually had to lose all of that memory to exist in this one. and the people who have gotten glimpses of that memory. There's another program that bipolar schizophrenia, which is actually takes that program and loops it into a denial state. And there are many people on this planet that are accused of having schizophrenia or bipolar, actually seeing the other side, and they come back and they can't explain it, and they're deemed crazy, and even they themselves are not sure what they saw, and then collapse. And just going into a little bit of consciousness, individual consciousness, hijack consciousness, and how powerful collective conscious or collective unconscious, because you're not navigating it, you're given the news and the movies and the religion as follow the signs everywhere are signs, mucking up the highway, messing with my mind. And that's really what that song was all about. So I'm going to leave you here this morning and send some blessings for not being totally annihilated by some floods that are coming or some hurricane that is coming. It's like, do I want it? No, but I know what's going on. And if I'm not willing to stand in it too, if I always ask for protection, I'm creating my little bubble. I know wherever I am, I'm good. I'm not worried about anything. So if a fire, make it run. Make it burn. If a blood, make it run. And that doesn't mean I want fire and I want brimstone and I want blood. It means that what is to be will be. Like I said in a blog earlier, the wicked, evil, dark is going to take themselves out. That's how it happens. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to participate in it. What I'm here for is to tell the people who are thinking this to validate this. And once you see somebody else say, oh my God, I was thinking that. And I know you're thinking that because I am not alone on this. And when I think this and you think this, we are it. Now, for the rest of you who says I'm a madman, you might have to be part of the fire and the blood, because that is not in alignment. This is all about alignment in the absolute truth of our existence as infinite spirits, temporarily trapped in human form that can only deal with the reality as the reality is. So, in this third dimension, only human beings that are aligned have power of manifest. That's it. Blessings to all who have eyes and ears. And let righteousness cover the earth like water covers the sea. Bob Marley is always with me. Thank you.